everybody. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
It's Emily Price.
And Ben Price.
With the Price Group at Keller Williams Collective. And we thought for this holiday season that you might be on the lookout for a recipe that's like easy to make and the kids will like it.
And yummy.
And yummy. And it looks amazing and a little extra fancy on your holiday table. So if that's what you're looking for, if you drew the short straw for having to bring the beautiful dessert to the Christmas dinner, we've got you covered. So Ben and I are going to be making a, what's it called? We have a recipe here. It's called a peppermint cream brownie torte.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good.
We love brownies here in our household.
And
so
peppermint cream doesn't sound too bad either, right?
Chocolate and peppermint, like that's the way to go for Christmas. So we're gonna dive right in. So we're gonna share this recipe with you, and here we go. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna make it.
Let's do it.
So let's make sure we have all the ingredients. So Ben, we need a Betty Crocker Original Supreme Brownie Mix. We got that?
Check.
Beautiful. What about water? We'll get the water.
Sure.
Vegetable oil.
Check.
2 eggs.
Done.
And 10 to 12 hard peppermint candies, but we didn't have those at the...
But
So
candy canes.
we're gonna make them.
Come
We're
on,
just gonna crush
that'll
those
work.
candy canes.
Sounds good.
And then we also have to make a recipe for peppermint cream. And so we need whipping cream.
Okay, got
We
it.
need cream cheese.
Done.
We need powdered sugar
Done.
and peppermint extract. And then we also get to make dark chocolate ganache, and that is whipping cream, and chocolate chips.
I will probably be cleaning the spatula on that one.
So I think we're ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get right into it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got to heat that oven to 350 degrees.
We are good to go there.
We also need a rectangular pan. We forgot to get one of those out, so.
Let's do it.
No, I think we need it's not that kind of pan. Well, what kind of pan is it?
You want a glass
it's
pan?
It's a 13 by 9 by 2.
Oh, well, we have this.
Is that
one.
that?
Yeah, this big white one right
We're
here.
getting there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
nice.
Okay. All right. We'll use that one. Yes. Do you also keep some of your larger dishes inside of your oven? We do.
do.
Pro tip here. Okay. Okay. So you need your pan to make the brownies. And basically, the summary, like the overview of what we're going to do, is we're going to make a pan of brownies, and we're also going to make the the peppermint cream, and then we're also going to make the dark chocolate ganache. Okay. So it's kind of like it's not that complicated, just normal brownies and 2 little bowls of some other stuff, and then we're going to kind of assemble it. And then there's going to be a really amazing, beautiful little finale on the recipe too. So, okay, so here we go. So the recipe calls for 1 box of brownies. Now, we do a lot of brownie eating in the Price household. And we personally know that if we're going to make this pan full of brownies, that it needs
2 boxes of
2
brownies.
boxes. So we're going to choose to put our own little spin on this recipe, and we're going to double it. So let's rock and roll. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Doing great work, Ben Price.
Cracking some eggs. 1/3 of a cup.
All right, let's go.
Double down on this.
And we're adding the brownie mix.
2 boxes.
2 boxes. So you've been doubling the eggs and the oil as we've gone, right?
Of course.
All right, so let's blend it all together.
And hopefully don't spray brownie batter everywhere.
So what we haven't talked about yet is this is kind of a little bit of an old school recipe for Ben and I. Let's see here. I wonder if there's a date. Oh yes. Oh, this is perfect. It timestamps it. Do you guys ever, or like before we had Pinterest and all the stuff, did you ever buy all the little recipe magazines like at the aisle of the grocery store? When I was fresh out of college, I was addicted to all these little recipe books. I thought they were so fun. Anyway, so this one is Betty Crocker one. You know when I bought it? November of 2001. Ben Price, why did we need this recipe at that time of year?
Well, if you remember correctly, that was the time we got engaged.
Well, it was a little before we got engaged. Ben proposed to me on Christmas morning in 2001.
Is that a tablespoon?
We've been married for 23 years, I'm gonna guess.
That's a tablespoon.
Married for so long that our measuring spoons have worn off their labels.
That's right.
That's how you know you've been married for a long time. So yeah, so it was November, and Ben was a senior at the Air Force Academy, and I was a senior at Western Kentucky University in Bowling Green. And we were not engaged yet. However, we knew that was coming, and our families hadn't met yet. So my family was from Goshen, and his family was from Mercer County. Okay, now we're adding the water back to the recipe.
That's right.
Back to the recipe. So we doubled that. Okay, so we're gonna blend it up again. Here we go. Doing a great job with that mixer.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Could you also make these brownies from scratch? You probably could. But remember, we have 5 kids. There's a lot going on right now. If your household is anything like ours, it's festive and a little bit chaotic. So if you want to make your brownies from scratch, go for it. But Betty Crocker Brownie Mix sees us through.
That's right. Okay. Brownies,
So we
check.
probably should spray down this pan before we pour that in. So we'll get going with that. So yeah, so it was November of like the fall semester of our senior year of college.
Senior year.
And so again, Ben was in Colorado. I was in Kentucky. Oh, hair on my face. We knew he was going to come home. Well, I guess it was November because we probably did it around. I think we did it around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think we brought him for. Did we bring him for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. So what we did is we were like, our parents have to meet. That was the problem we were solving for. So I think we just need to put this in here.
Perfect. Thank you.
There we go.
All right, brownie's going in.
So I don't know whose idea it was to bring them together for a dinner. Do you remember how that came to be?
I bet it was your idea.
Or it was yours.
It could have been.
I just remember that we did it at my parents' house, and while I'm telling my parents, hey, do you think we could have a dinner? I could invite like Ben's parents, and Ben and I could cook for you guys. Can't remember if it was my mom or my dad. Probably my dad that was like, why would we be doing that?
Right?
I'm the oldest of 6 kids, the oldest of 5 daughters. So I'm sure looking back on that and being a parent now myself, my parents were like, what is happening? Even though they loved Ben Price from the get-go for sure.
Well, you know what? Time will tell. Okay, we're good.
All right. Okay, so here we go. So the brownies are in. We're going to put those in the oven.
Perfect.
So what we have to do next is we need to go ahead and prep the peppermint cream and the dark chocolate ganache. So again, this is a vintage recipe because we were making it, 2001. That's 24. That is 24 years ago. It's a really long time. Okay. It's a really long
24
time.
years. Okay.
Okay.
So
All
brownies
right.
are in the oven.
Okay. So let's do the peppermint cream first.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get it. Well, we've got some fresh bowls.
Oh, okay. Let's do it in this bowl.
All right.
Got a little.
So we're gonna do a half a cup of heavy whipping cream.
Now I will be recalibrating the.
Yes, we want to go ahead and rinse those off. All right, shake that up really, really good. And so even though we doubled the brownie mix, we're not going to double anything else because the recipe, it's just to make the brownie layers, it's like a torte, it's just to make the brownie layers a little more thick. But we still just need the same amount of ganache and, what is it, the peppermint cream? Okay, peppermint cream, here we go. We're going to do a half a cup of the heavy whipping cream. Boom, that's done. We're going to do a half of a package. All right, I'm just going to cut that out like that. Okay, so we did a half a package of the whipping cream. We're going to do a half a package of the cream cheese. So let's see here. I think I can, well, let's open it first. Can you get me a little, actually I don't need a plate because I'm just going to keep it in the wrapper. Okay. All right, boom, cut that in half. I'm going to put half in here. Awesome, done with that. And then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, of course. Just a 1/4 cup, enough to get all powdered sugar dust everywhere.
Well, here, let me start whipping this stuff up while you are doing that. How about
Okay,
that?
sounds good.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're gonna add the powdered sugar. And then I think that if you can find a half a teaspoon for me, Ben, that'll make us ready for the peppermint extract.
I got a 1/4 of a teaspoon and
It'll work.
1/2 a teaspoon.
Woo! Oh, look at that. Trying to keep that powdered sugar contained and not all over my kitchen. Boom. Okay, awesome. Okay, and the peppermint extract, we'll do that next.
Peppermint extract.
I love peppermint extract. It smells so good. I mean, chocolate peppermint is such a winter, Christmas flavor.
It's really kind of the only time of year I'm into it, to be fair. Here you go.
We also have a tradition at Mom's. My mom always has chocolate peppermint creamer for the coffee. And so drink that on Christmas morning too. Okay, half teaspoon, boom.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's see what we got.
Okay, we're gonna mix all this up again. We're making that peppermint cream. Mike here.
It's whipped.
It is whipped peppermint cream. Smell that peppermint. Okay, so it said to beat the whipping cream on high speed and soft peaks. Oh, those soft peaks.
Do I need to soft peak it?
I think that's pretty soft peaked. Yeah, those are soft peaked.
Perfect.
All right, then we're gonna fold the whipped cream into the cream cheese. That reminds me of, if you guys watch Schitt's Creek, fold the cheese.
Just fold it in.
Just fold it in.
Just fold it in.
Just fold in the cheese.
All right.
All right, fold that in, Ben Price.
No, I mean, that begs the question. What does that mean, to fold whipped cream into cream
Oh, hold
cheese
on.
mixture?
Actually, no. This was my extra. We already folded it in.
Rip.
Woo! We didn't do that.
I'm gonna
Boom.
re
That means
soft
we have to
peak
put
it.
cream cheese on their bread, and my house over there be like, why is this pepperminty? I think it's perfect. So we just worked a little ahead. We folded in the cheese early.
That's right.
Okay, beautiful. So
I think we're done.
So I think we're done. That's see, told you it was
We
easy.
know we're done. We
Yeah.
definitely know this is done. So we're gonna put this to the side. All right.
All right. Okay, now let's do the dark chocolate ganache.
Ooh,
Again, we made this
okay.
recipe for the first time 24 years ago. And I'm pretty sure I picked the recipe out because of the chocolate trees. And then obviously that's probably, now that I'm thinking about it, would entice me to buy the little grocery store holiday cookbook because it's right there on the front.
It's beautiful. I love it.
We're gonna do a half a cup of whipping cream.
We're gonna need
Oh, whoa, but we have to heat it. Hold on, this goes to the oven, or the stovetop. We're gonna heat the whipping cream, and then we're gonna stir in the chocolate chips until melted.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all
Go
right.
to the back.
We're gonna go over to the oven.
All right, we are taking the heavy whipping cream to the oven, to the stovetop, I guess is more accurate.
Bloop.
Boom. And we need to add those chocolate chips to it too. One full cup. Oh, is that a half a cup measuring? And two. Oh my gosh, I love chocolate chips. All right, we're gonna melt that down, stir it up, and this can make our chocolate ganache.
While Ben is working on the chocolate ganache, I'm gonna go ahead and work on crushing up some of these candy canes because we need the peppermint kind of like sprinkle topping on top of the brownie tort. All right, so I'm gonna roll out some wax paper here. And again, my Kroger did not have, or I could not find, actually, I was only in the Christmas aisle. I bet you if I'd gone into the normal candy aisle, I would have found them. But did not have just like the disc round peppermints. So got candy canes instead. Doesn't matter because we just need to like crush it up to be peppermint dust, so to speak.
Do you need a hammer?
I mean, I might need something.
I'm just kidding. Go to town.
First, I need to be able to open and get the plastic wrap off. That's fine. When you give your kids, your nieces or nephews candy canes, do you give it to them this end first or this end first? I always do this end so they like have a handle to eat it from and then like keep peeling down the plastic. But I think this plastic has gotten harder in recent years where I'm out of practice with little kids. One of the two. Take your guess.
Use your teeth.
No. All right. Really? This is very hard to get the plastic off of. Okay. All right. Now we've got it going a little bit. We're okay. Boom. All right. Plastic off of that one.
So I know many people have experience cooking chocolate, but I have learned the key is very, very low heat and constant attention. Otherwise, you burn it all.
He's narrating from the background.
That's right.
You cannot burn that chocolate. Once chocolate gets that like little burny tinge to it,
Man.
you're done.
You're done. New bag. Okay.
Okay, so I think that says that we just let stand at room temperature for about an hour. Okay, so I'm remembering, it's been a minute since I've made this recipe. This is not a hard recipe, but it's not one you can make at the last second, okay? So this is good to like make the night before or make the morning of, but if you're like, oh my gosh, kids, we gotta leave in 20 minutes and you're trying to throw something together,
I mean, the
isn't
brownies alone will take longer
This
than
isn't
that.
it.
So, would you like me to dive in?
No, I said my goal was 4. I'm on the last
Almost
25%
there.
of the goal.
Okay.
Okay, boom. All right, I got 4 candy canes. So now, yeah, can we like find something to like, I need to make dust with it.
I say you probably want to put it in like a bag, like a plastic baggie, and then smack it.
That's not gonna work like that?
I mean, you can. Okay, ready?
All right, I made the executive decision that I think 4 candy canes is enough. So I've got them on my thing. Ben says maybe drop them in a plastic bag and crush them up, and he's probably right, but I've already got this going. So I'm gonna see if I can do this. Just layer the wax paper on top of it. A little festive Christmas thing here. And I'm just gonna see if it works.
Have a whack.
It works.
You're making peppermint
It's not
snow.
going, it's not staying. Okay, Ben is right. It needs to go in a bag because it's like exploding all over the kitchen. Time out for the bag.
We have that on film.
Did the price route. We put it in the bag now. All right, so let's put the bag here. Still gonna use my trusty trick.
I don't remember doing this when I made this at my mom's house 24 years ago though. And yes, fun fact, that is the last time we made this recipe.
I'm glad I'm not the candy cane.
You'll have a little like holiday stress to let out and tell you this recipe.
Get it.
I think we're good. There, I've got crushed candy cane.
Okay,
Okay.
so we've got the brownies out of the oven.
Yum.
They're done. Woo woo. So we've got our brownies ready to go. We've got our the peppermint cream ready to go. We've got our crushed peppermints, peppermint dust ready to go, and
our chocolate ganache.
there we go. All right, so now it's like assembly time. So here's the premise, okay? You're gonna take your brownies, you're gonna cut it into 3 equal thirds, right? And we're gonna stack them. So Ben's gonna do the honors of cutting.
All right. Let's see if I
Okay, so now you've got the tort assembled with all the layers. So there's only really kind of one thing remaining to do. And that is kind of like the grand finale that I think is probably the reason that we picked this recipe, because it's so ready. So now what you need is you need to get some wax paper and put it out on a cookie tray. Let's see here. There we go. If you have an icing piping bag, you can use that. But if you don't, just use a Ziploc bag that you put your kids' lunches in. We're going to open that up. Okay, so we're going to seal the bag really, really well, kind of get the air out of it. Okay. From here, we're going to take some scissors, and we're going to snip not too much at all, like snip just barely the tip, okay? And then you can always make a bigger snip if you need to, but it's hard to go like reverse and backwards. So start so tiny small. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, so
here we're going to make these trees. Okay, that's the look we're going for. And you can model off of the front.
for the chocolate trees to harden, now all you're going to do is sprinkle the peppermint bits on the top, like peppermint pixie dust.
The candy cane
The
forest.
candy cane forest. Yeah, by the time we were seniors in college, we pretty much kind of knew what the end of that story was going to be. But again, our parents hadn't ever even met.
That's true.
That's true. So you came home from the Air Force Academy for Thanksgiving.
I did.
Yeah.
That first Thanksgiving. And we decided to get the parents together because we're very traditional in that way, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make sure, since family has been the core of a lot of our decisions, it had to start that way, right?
All of our decisions, really.
Yeah, for sure. And so this was the creation that we decided to help.
Yeah, so we cooked dinner for my parents, Ben's parents, brought them all to my parents' house so that they can meet each other. I don't remember what we cooked at all for like the main course or anything, but without a doubt, it was this cake that we made for the dessert. So I mean, I feel like the cake sealed the deal. Our parents liked each other, and
I guess the rest is created some
yeah,
history,
that was
right?
Thanksgiving, and then fast forward 1 month, that following Christmas morning, he asked me to marry him. 23 years later,
Here we are, sharing this with you.
yeah, so
there you go.
we love, like Ben said, family's really important to us. Holidays are really important. Traditions are really important, and everything that you get to create within your home. And so we wanted to share this with you on to
Right,
have a
festive
great
holiday.
recipe for your festive holiday, and from our family to yours. Happy
holidays.
holidays, and don't go away, because we're going to put, as our final touch, as our grand finale in a minute, we're going to put those chocolate trees
On the
right
candy
on the
cane.
top. There you go. I'm glad you asked me to marry you, dude.
Oh, well, I'm glad you said yes.